ចាសួស្តីជំរាបសួរនាងខ្ញុំសូរីដាថ្ងៃនេះនាងខ្ញុំមានសេចក្តីសោមនស្សរីករាយជាពុនពេកចង់ចែករំលែកនៅវីដេអូមួយដែលស្ដីអំពីការសម្ពោធនៃ Kingdom of Asia Exhibit ដែលនៅក្នុង Fresno Chaffee Zoo ដែលស្ថិតនៅក្នុងទីក្រុង Fresno នៃរដ្ឋ California ចា៎ហើយថ្ងៃនេះគឺជាថ្ងៃទី24ខែ5ឆ្នាំ2023គឺជាថ្ងៃនៃការបើកសម្ពោធKingdom of Asia Exhibit ឲ្យប្រជាពលរដ្ឋបានចូលទៅទស្សនាស្ដីអំពីសួនសត្វនិងសត្វផ្សេងនីមួយៗដែលគេនាំយកពីខាងផ្នែកប្រទេសអាស៊ីអាគ្នេយ៍ដូចជាមានប្រទេសកម្ពុជានិងប្រទេសជិតខាងជាច្រើនទៀតផងដែរចាហើយនៅក្នុងនោះផងដែរគឺក្រោមការសហការជាមួយនឹងFresno Chaffee Zoo ក៏ដូចជាអង្គការ The Fresno Center ជាពិសេសគឺអង្គការអភិរក្សវប្បធម៌ខ្មែរដែលជាអង្គការបង្កើតឡើងដោយយុវជនយុវនារីក៏ដូចជាបងប្អូនសិស្សច្បងរៀមច្បងលោកគ្រូអ្នកគ្រូជាច្រើនដែលគាត់ធ្វើការស្ម័គ្រចិត្តដោយពុំមានកម្រៃទេក្នុងការចូលរួមគ្នាដើម្បីអភិរក្សវប្បធម៌ខ្មែរអរិយធម៌ខ្មែរនិងអក្សរខ្មែរក៏ដូចជាភ្លេងខ្មែរជាដើមឡាក់ហើយជាបន្តបន្ទាប់បងប្អូននឹងបានឃើញក្មេងៗចំនួនក្រោយដែលជាទំពាំងស្នងឫស្សីកើតនៅទីក្រុង Fresno និងនៅតាមបណ្ដាទីក្រុងផ្សេងៗនៃសហរដ្ឋអាមេរិកនេះគាត់ក៏បានចូលរួមជួយថែទាំអភិរក្សវប្បធម៌ផងដែរគឺគាត់ចូលរួមក្នុងការរាំជារបាំប្រពៃណីនិងទំនៀមទម្លាប់ខ្មែរក៏ដូចជាអក្សរខ្មែរផងដែរហើយខ្ញុំសូមបញ្ជាក់ថាបងប្អូនចំនួនក្រោយដែលគាត់កំពុងតែរាំនេះគឺគាត់ពុំមានគ្រូបង្ហាត់ដោយត្រឹមត្រូវនោះទេណាបងប្អូនគឺពួកគាត់រៀនតាម YouTube តាមវីដេអូតាម YouTube ហ្នឹងហើយបន្ទាប់មកគាត់ក៏បង្រៀនបន្តបន្ទាប់ទៅមិត្តភ័ក្តិគាត់បន្តទៀតចាហើយនៅក្នុងនោះដែរប្រសិនបងប្អូនក៏ដូចជាក្មេងៗចំនួនក្រោយដែលគាត់រាំទៅមានការខុសឆ្គងត្រង់ចំណុចកន្លែងណាសូមបងប្អូនធ្វើការអធ្យាស្រ័យទៅដល់ពួកគាត់ទាំងអស់គ្នាដោយសារគាត់ពុំមានគ្រូដើម្បីបង្ហាត់បង្រៀនគាត់នោះទេហើយនេះគឺជាទឹកចិត្តដែលគាត់មាននឹងចូលរួមថែរក្សាវប្បធម៌អរិយធម៌ខ្មែរចាដូច្នេះក៏សូមអភ័យទោសប្រសិនមានកំហុសឆ្គងត្រង់ណា ចាហើយជាបន្តបន្ទាប់បងប្អូនអាចមើលវីដេអូនេះជាបន្តស្ដីអំពីកម្មវិធីនៃការសម្ពោធ Kingdom of Asia Exhibit ដែលនៅFresno Chaffee Zoo នៅទីក្រុង Fresno នៃរដ្ឋ California ចាប្រយោជាតិណាចំណារានរងរឿងជាក្រុមញាតសាកប្រព្រៀនដែរគុណលឺ
prosperity, wealth, and the flower represent the unities and love and respects in our country. So without any further ado, I would like to invite 6 Buddhist monks from the Cambodian Buddhist Society to come up here and provide a short chant for blessing for the Kingdom of Asia. And when the monks chant, if you can put your hands together and pray and wish that the Kingdom of Asia will be successful and also nothing but luck pouring into the Chaffee Zoo.
Namo tassa bhagavata arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavata arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavata arahato samma sambuddhassa. Jayanta Putaya Mole Sakjana Nante Vatano Ewan Kwang Wijayo Sojaya Mangale Parajita Palang Kesai Se Patavi Paukare Apise Kesa Papatya Nang Agapatau Katang Samangkalang Sapapiatang Sohotetang Sapana Samahata Jasayatang Brahmacarai Sapatang Kenang Kaya Kamang Patang Kenang Mano Kamang Pandai Tite Patang Kenang Nikatwan Ninapantate Patang Kenang Ayuwatakau Dhanawatakau Sarawatakau Yasawatakau Palawatakau Wanawatakau Samawatakau Autasapatya Tokaro Kapaya Weryang Jopatawya Aneka Antaraya Pevena Santa Jate Jasa Jasa Titanang Lia Piang Sata Biak Yang Sokam Palang Serai Ayu Jawanau Jamukang Wate Jaya Sawa Satawasa Ja Ayu Jaji Wasati Jakwantote.
Okay, I would like to invite John, Sean, Bricken, and Alicia to come up here real quick. The United Khmer Cultural Preservation has a special gift. And can I have my wife come up here? She has a little gift for us. And you see her shirt? That's the Kingdom of Asia. Yeah. It's also the Cambodian flag. We're the only flag in the world that has monuments in the center and on the flag.
Awesome.
So, John, it's for you. You look at the Here we go. Thank you very much. All right, thank you guys. That we are very honored to have to be able to work with these folks. These guys are awesome. And Bricken, Alicia, and Sean and John had to put up with all of us because we have to gather all the kids and the advisor together. So thank you so much. And the krama represent the Cambodians. The Cambodian use krama, almost like a scarf, a tie, anything that represents Cambodia. You see, that's why all of us wear these. Thank you so much.
Whoa.
Really seem right. And I think really all I have to do right now is introduce someone. But before I do that, I want to just take a moment, everybody out there as well, and thank you all for coming out tonight. It is a tremendous and almost overwhelming joy to be here after so much time putting the work into this on every level, and I just can't emphasize enough the entirety of the staff, the advisors, and not just our advisory group, but the support of communities across the spectrum for the work that we've done here, the support of the citizens of Fresno County in supporting Measure Z that makes all this possible. It is just, it's a shared moment that I'm incredibly moved to spend with all of you, including some of my friends like Dr. Nodolf and Dean Watanabe and Amos Morris, who were here at the very inception. And while I'm talking about that, before I forget, I just want to, because I don't want to forget, my predecessor, Scott Barton, was actually the person that got Kingdoms of Asia started as the CEO here. And he could not be here tonight because he's doing what retired CEOs do, which is traveling around and relaxing. But I want to take a moment to acknowledge that and not let that get lost. I think we'll all have more to say about this, and hopefully this conversation is one that starts right here but goes on for a long, long time amongst all of us. But Kingdoms of Asia is special not just because of the animals that we will have here, the habitats that we'll represent, but it is really special because it focuses and translates the Fresno Chaffee Zoo's mission in a most powerful way, which is to build community, right, to make connections, to make this more than just a moment of being inspired by animals, but a moment that makes you think about your neighbors, and makes you think about the world around you, and makes you determined to take action to make this world and wildlife safer and better. So there's a lot that went into this beyond just the animal portion of it, although of course the animal portion of it is primary for us. I think you'll see that the experience is much more than just looking at animals. And that is, I think, our trademark and something that you'll see more of and more of as we go forward. And the way that we were really able to do that with Kingdoms of Asia was to make sure that we brought in cultural advisors from the very beginning to really think through not only the design, but the execution of what we were doing. It is so fraught to do this beautiful representation when what we're representing is cultural and religious iconography of deep and profound meaning for so many, many people. So it was important for us to do that right. It was important for us to do that not only accurately, but respectfully and appropriately. And we could only do that with our advisory group. So leading that advisory group, one of many, but a terrific person who's always been a great friend to the Fresno Chaffee Zoo, was Pao Yang from the Fresno Center, and Pao, I think, is going to come up and say a few words.
ចាហើយជាបន្តបន្ទាប់គឺជាការថ្លែងសន្ទរកថាស្ដីអំពីការសហការជាមួយនឹងអង្គការ The Fresno Center ក៏ដូចជា Fresno Chaffee Zoo ស្ដីអំពីការគម្រោងនៃការបង្កើតក៏ដូចជាការសាងសង់និងការប្រឹក្សាជាដើមនៃការសាងសង់ Kingdom of Asia នេះឡើងគឺក្រោមសហការជាមួយនឹងអង្គការ The Fresno Center ក៏ដូចជាតាមសហគមន៍នៃបណ្ដាប្រទេសអាស៊ីអាគ្នេយ៍ផងដែរចា៎ហើយលោកផៅយេងគឺជា CEO និងជា President នៃអង្គការ The Fresno Center ដែលជាអង្គការដែលខ្ញុំធ្វើនាពេលបច្ចុប្បន្ននេះផងដែរចា៎
We also bless our vehicle that we drive, the bikes that we ride, and we bless everybody that is part of our family. And the significance of the dancers and the Buddhist monk here signify our rich culture here in the city of Fresno. And we've never had this before. Like Danny said, it's historical in our Fresno community. I've been here in Fresno since 1983. Nothing like this. has ever happened in our community. And for our zoo, the board of directors at the zoo, the staff at the zoo, the leadership at the zoo, and our elected officials, to include our Southeast Asian community in developing, designing, and advising this amazing exhibit is something that our community could only dream of. Many of us that are here in this country because we were running away from persecution. You can go into the history of Southeast Asia, the war, the genocide that happened to our Southeast Asian community. But you know what? We found our home here in the United States of America, best country in the world. Fresno, the best city in the United States of America. I'm honored to be one of the zoo cultural advisors, although I did very little. I just speak a lot more, but the work was done by these amazing folks. As I recognize you, and if you're here, please come and stand with me, because you deserve to be here.
ចាក្រោមការថ្លែងសន្ទរកថារបស់លោកផៅយេងគាត់ក៏សូមថ្លែងអំណរគុណទៅដល់ក្រុមការងារជាច្រើនដែលបានធ្វើជាទីប្រឹក្សាដែលមានដូចជាលោកសំណាងហេងតំណាងមកពីអង្គការ The Fresno Center និងលោក Danny Kim ព្រមទាំងលោកសិដ្ឋាញឹមដែលគាត់ជាតំណាងមកពីខាងអង្គការអភិរក្សវប្បធម៌ខ្មែរនៅទីក្រុង Fresno នេះផ្ទាល់តែម្ដងគឺពួកគាត់ទាំងអស់នេះហើយដែលធ្វើការនិងផ្ដល់ជាប្រឹក្សាយោបល់ជាច្រើនជូនទៅដល់ Fresno Chaffee Zoo ដើម្បីឲ្យគម្រោងការនិងដំណើរការនៃការសាងសង់របៀបជារចនាបថទៅតាមប្រាសាទអង្គររបស់យើងគឺប្រាសាទតាព្រំនេះចាហើយនេះគឺជាស្នាដៃពួកគាត់ដែលគាត់បានខំសហការគ្នាដើម្បីឲ្យមានព្រឹត្តិការណ៍នេះកើតឡើងពួកយើងខ្ញុំក៏សូមថ្លែងអំណរគុណដល់ពួកគាត់ហើយបងប្អូនចាំថាពួកគាត់ទាំងអស់គ្នាដែលគាត់ធ្វើការនៅអង្គការអភិរក្សវប្បធម៌ខ្មែរគឺគាត់ធ្វើដោយការស្ម័គ្រចិត្តដោយសេចក្តីស្រឡាញ់ដោយចេញពីបេះដូងដើម្បីជួយអភិរក្សវប្បធម៌ខ្មែរទាំងអស់គ្នាចា៎
Transformation. I talk to people from the Fresno area all the time who talk about the difference between the zoo when they were young and the difference and what it is now and how powerful that is for them and how proud that makes them. But in order to do that responsibly, we are set up with a board of some of the greatest supporters, thoughtful advocates, and I will say this, hard questioners, called the Zoo Authority Board, who oversees every request for the expenditures from Measure Z. They are a tremendous group of people, and the chair of the Zoo Authority Board is my friend and friend of the zoo, Michelle Roman, who's going to say a few words right now.
There we go. Well, thank you, John, for that introduction. And I'm Michelle Roman, and I'm here on behalf of the Fresno County Zoo Authority Board. And I know we have some board members here, so raise your hand, board members, if you're a board member. Here we go. No, there's some around here, so give it a round of applause. Well, we are all so excited to bring this amazing experience to the Fresno community. This would not be possible without the community support through Measure Z. And as John just said, and I will reiterate, that we are thrilled to celebrate the passing of Measure Z last June, which extends the measure for an additional 15 years. Yes. Yeah, we'll applaud that, so thank you. So again, we want to thank all the voters for passing that. Normally we pass it for an additional 10 years, and we thought, we knew the voters, we said they'll pass that for an additional 15 years, and we were right on that, so thank you. I am so excited for what's to come, so stay tuned. And to share more about the zoo's bright future is the Zoo Board Chair, Kyle Kirkland. So if you are part of either of the Fresno boards, please come up. If you're one of our cultural advisors, we would invite you to come up as well. And if we have any of our donors who supported Kingdoms of Asia by a gift for Kingdoms of Asia, we would love for you to come up as well for a big group picture to cut the ribbon. Also, if you're here, any government official representatives here in attendance with us tonight, we'd like to welcome you up for the photo op as well.
My double chin will be gone.
Oh, I am? Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, come on. Yeah, you gotta hold that to the nice. Yeah. Miguel is doing it. Okay. Tim, you want it to look at you? Another accent. Former CEO explains the ribbon cutting. Emily, are you ready?
Encourage everyone to scoot towards the center as much as you can. This center. Beautiful red dress and John. Yes. And way on the outside, scooch in a little bit. Scooch, scooch, scooch. That's a arch to the heart. And then look up your chin. See if you can see that. Good.
ចាកម្មវិធីជាបន្តបន្ទាប់គឺខាងភ្ញៀវកិត្តិយសក៏ដូចជាអ្នកឧបត្ថម្ភនៃការបង្កើតឲ្យមាន Kingdom of Asia នេះឡើងកាត់ខ្សែបូដើម្បីសម្ពោធជាផ្លូវការនៃ Kingdom of Asia Exhibit ដែលស្ថិតនៅក្នុង Fresno Chaffee Zoo នៅទីក្រុង Fresno នៃរដ្ឋ California ចាហើយនាងខ្ញុំក៏សូមបញ្ជាក់ផងដែរថារាល់ការសាងសង់ផ្សេងរចនាបថផ្សេងនេះគឺស្ថាបត្យករដែលជាជនបរទេសមានចាគឺនៅសហរដ្ឋអាមេរិកនេះតែម្ដងបងប្អូនដឹងហើយគឺជនជាតិអាកៀងគាត់ជាអ្នកសាងសង់ប្រាសាទនេះឡើងចាខ្មែរយើងគ្រាន់តែជាអ្នកផ្ដល់ប្រឹក្សាយោបល់តែប៉ុណ្ណោះតើបងប្អូនមានសេចក្តីសោមនស្សរីករាយដែរឬទេគាត់គឺជាជនបរទេសតែប៉ុណ្ណោះប៉ុន្តែគាត់អាចសាងសង់ប្រាសាទរបស់យើងឈរជង្ក្រឹងបានគឺពិតជាមិនធម្មតាទេហើយរចនាបថទោះបីជាយ៉ាងណាក៏វាជាមោទនភាពសម្រាប់ខ្មែររបស់យើងទូទាំងប្រទេសក៏ដូចជាទូទាំងពិភពលោកឲ្យបានឃើញទោះបីជាគាត់មិនបាន 100% ប៉ុន្តែគឺពិតជាស្អាតមែនទែនណាបងប្អូនណាចាបងប្អូនអាចអញ្ជើញចែករំលែកនៅវីដេអូនេះដើម្បីឲ្យទៅដល់បងប្អូនខ្មែរដទៃទៀតជុំវិញពិភពលោកក៏ដូចជានៅសហរដ្ឋអាមេរិកផ្ទាល់នេះតែម្ដងប្រសិនគាត់មានបំណងចង់នាំកូនចៅរបស់គាត់មកលេងនៅទីក្រុង Fresno នៃរដ្ឋ California ចាសូមអរគុណក្នុងការទស្សនាវីដេអូនេះហើយជួបគ្នានៅវីដេអូបន្តទៀតចាសូមអរគុណច្រើនជម្រាបលា